All right, we are back live at the UCLA Health Training Center. Steve Mason along with Momo and George Shadano, and welcoming right now JJ Redick, head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. JJ, good to see you again, man.
Great to see you as well.
Yeah, so you talked a lot here during your press conference about systems and language and all that kind of stuff. Is that stuff you invented? Is it stuff you borrowed? How did you put all this stuff together?
Circles, pods.
Did you
I heard a lot
invent
of
the circle,
good
all that
words.
business?
No, I'm not that smart. When I hired my staff and in the first few weeks on the job with Rob, we talked a lot about what my vision was for how the staff would look, how the staff would operate, how our team would operate, how our team would play. So it's not like it was just my vision. Like I rely on input from everyone. There's an openness and a directness and an honesty to all of our communication as a staff and with the players. It's also part of our system. And culture.
Yeah.
And so we've just executed it as best we can for this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited about sort of where the group is at, just in terms of having a base level. Our player development work has been great, and we've all participated in that.
You know, when Steve Kerr took over as coach of the Warriors, I remember him telling me that he had a book that he had been keeping while he was a broadcaster of all the cool things that teams did or players did or things he learned along the way, because you kind of get to like get cliff notes from everybody around the league when you're a broadcaster. Do you have this vision of my ideal way to play, like some team that you love watching or some style you love watching? And obviously you're going to have to fit whatever you do to the personnel, but like in an ideal world where the players don't, they're just, you can pick whoever you want or the style. How do you want to play?
73 threes a game.
I'm
kidding.
How many
Dino got really excited. I'm sure he was listening to that.
To your point, please do not aggregate that.
Make sure that goes on the scroll.
Yes.
Send it to the news
Definitely.
desk at ESPN for Sports Center, please.
It was a joke. No, I think you kind of said it in your question, which is basically like you can have a vision for how you want to play. You have to mold your vision to what your personnel is, and my charge is to maximize each player and to maximize the group. And if that happens through our process and through our details and through our organization, I think we'll be fine. You know, I said this in my opening press conference. Like I'm going to use math. I want to be clear here. I don't do math. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not smart enough. But I believe in analytics, and I believe the things you emphasize can help build a more positive analytical profile. And so that's part of our system building is if we're going to put in a system that doesn't lend itself to an analytics-driven, outcome, then why would we put that in our system? Right. So I think that's also part of it is, we know that LeBron and AD are going to be playing some out of the post and some out of ISO. That can't be our only diet. We know we're going to play pick and roll just like every other team. That can't be our only diet. And so outside of those things, you have to say, well, this is how we want to play. This is what we want to this is how we want to defend, and the shots we want to force on that end. And believe it or not, if you look at it through an analytical lens, those two things mirror each other.
He wants a balanced meal, basically.
All I
He's
heard
like a
was 7
nutritionist
threes.
now, this JJ Redick. So let me ask you this. You've talked a lot, including today, about empowering Anthony Davis, right? You talked about him being kind of a hub, whatnot. If he wants to be first team All-NBA, MVP, whatever it is.
Well, I know he wants to be. I'm saying, like,
No.
what I think I meant with Zach was just like we all believe that's what he is.
Sure, of course,
and
he's
we're going to
capable.
empower him to be that.
Look, I've called him a freaking alien, like in regards to his skill set. So, like, what does that look like? How do you empower him?
Well, I think if you kind of look at, I'll give you a little insight. We have talked about as a staff, and we're presenting to the players next week. What is our identity? What does it mean? What does Lakers basketball mean? Right? All the coaches, because they're old school, they're like, you got to only do 3 keys. I don't think 3 is a complete number. I believe 4 is a complete number, and I believe that's biblical. So we have our 4 pillars of our offensive identity and our defensive identity.
3 is also a triangle.
Yeah.
You get
And-
the jacket.
Yeah, old school.
And on both of those, we have the word organized.
Right.
Right? So part of empowerment with Anthony Davis is that we're organized defensively so that he doesn't have to do everything.
Right. Which he did a lot of.
Right.
Yeah.
We're organized offensively so that we don't go through 6-minute stretches where he doesn't touch the ball.
Yeah.
Like when I say hub, like that may be out of the post. That may be in isolation. That may be out of our split action. That may be in early offense in the trail position. There's plenty of ways we can get him the ball, and he's going to have the ball.
I appreciate you not giving us coach speak because I've heard you give some coach speak in your time already talking to the
Yeah.
media. So appreciate the honesty here,
Yeah.
Redick.
So I have not heard Dalton Knecht's name today. Where is he in his development? What's your?
Well, I wasn't asked about.
Yeah, you
That's
weren't
true.
asked, right? It's true.
It's true.
But so I'm asking, where is he in his development? What's his summer been like? All that stuff.
He's had a great summer. The focus for him has really been about his work in the weight room and his mobility, flexibility. He's like, we don't have to focus on the court work because he's a gym rat, and he comes back every night and he gets his shots up. He's been a full participant for nearly the entire summer in all the player development work. In addition to all the stuff that he does on his own, he loves the game. And I said this to Zach yesterday, and I've told Dalton this, like, he's in the 1% of shooters. Like, he's a special shooter. And I'm excited about the opportunity to coach him, and I'm excited about the potential impact that he can have on our team and on winning.
All right. Listen, thanks for stopping by. I know you're incredibly busy right now. We'll see you on Media Day, and thanks a lot for coming.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good to see you, JJ.
Appreciate it.
JJ.
All right, there's JJ
See you.
Redick, head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Take a quick break. Coming right